Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach Today. I am so glad you're with us. As you know, my name is JB and we are ready to take it on. Super pumped. It is the 2nd of January. Boy, we are off to the races. 2023, it is a Monday, and we are going to go after it. It is our year. Now, new year. Can you believe it? We're ready to go. Man, 2022 flew. I mean, I got to tell you, 2020, 2021, 2022, fast years. This is going to slow down. We're going to enjoy it. This is going to savor. It's going to be an awesome year. We're going to enjoy it day by day. I'm going to be with you every day. Every day. And we're going to be bringing some great energy and some great ideas to you and really helping you live your best life. Super pumped about this year. We're going to be bringing you some new tools, some new ideas, all kinds of things. And I have to tell you, I appreciate you. Because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. You know, you're a member, you're helping us. And by participating, it really makes a difference in our lives. Everybody here that's working with Morning Coach, and we thank you for helping us start the new year with great energy and ready to take it on. Well, what do we got planned for you? Well, this week we're going to talk about, here we go, right? We're going to talk about a little bit about risk reward. What's happening with things that are happening today? Are you taking enough risk? We're going to get into that today. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the book study. We got a new one, and we're going to go old school. Some of you, we did this years ago, but I'm going to go back to it. I think we did it in 2015. We're going to do The Magic of Thinking Big. I love this book. It's something that influenced me when I was younger. Sometimes we go back to a book that's really old. And you can go, by the way, go into Compass, click on January, click the book study, and you'll see the book there. The other book that I'm going to recommend is we have a member that wrote a book, John Cunningham. I talk about John a lot. He's over in Japan. He's kicking butt. He has a book called Win the Day, How to Win Your Battles with Stress, Anxiety, and Depression. Because John's been with us so long, I've worked with John. We've coached, and he's done some really great things. This book is a great refresh to kind of what we're doing, like, and helping you win the day. So I'm going to recommend John's book too, and I'm going to bring some stuff in on John's book every once in a while. So we're doing one book, basically The Magic of Thinking Big, and we're substituting a little bit with John's book, Win the Day. Okay, John's a Morning Coach member, which is awesome. He also hangs out in Discord. You can go over in Discord and talk to John once in a while and find out things that are going on there if you had any questions, which is awesome. Okay, so we're pumped about this this month. We're pumped about this book study. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Wednesday, Metaphysical Day. We're going to talk about why New Year's resolutions don't work for most people. It's an important one. We got to make sure we're getting things done, right? We're going to talk about why they aren't working for most people. Thursday, of course, is want to answer your questions. We've got some good ones coming in. Friday, we've got prosperity mantra and building more wealth in 2023. Been getting some questions on wealth building. So I want to go over that, right? And really make sure you've got your ILD life kind of structured the way we're going to be working that. I'm excited about that. Saturday, we're talking about finalizing your system, making sure your system is in place. And then on Sunday, we're going to talk about make it a spiritual year. And I got to give a shout out to Jurgen. Jurgen, for the last year, has been posting the Course in Miracle lessons up in Discord. Thank you, Jurgen. Man, you're just a man. That is so awesome. That's so hard for me to get through that. And this is a good time to start Course in Miracles. If you're thinking about doing that 365-day lesson, you can get through it. Super pumped about this week. Super pumped about this month. Lots going on. All right, so as we talk about this, we're off, and it is a do month. What does that mean? Well, we should have our plan in place, and we should be ready to fail fast, meaning we're going to go do a lot of stuff. And February is a check act month. So we do plan, do, check, act, okay? Meaning we planned in December. We're now in a do month. If you just joined, it's okay. Get to your plan and move to the do as soon as possible, okay? What that means is take action as soon as possible. Then next month, we're going to check and we're going to act. We're going to change the plan up a little bit. And that's how we do it. And it should be getting better every time. Now, it doesn't mean life's going to get better. There are going to be some times you fall in a hole, okay? We all do. You got to pick yourself up and get back after it. It just is what it is. But we've got to focus on the things that we could do. So what should we be doing? We should be working, okay? Then now is the time. Like if you're working on your health, then we need to exercise. If you're working on your writing, you need to be writing. What are you currently going after? You know, you should have those daily tasks that you're doing, and you should be checking boxes. What do we mean by checking boxes? Mean you did it. You did it today. And remember the consistency area. This is a great day to start consistently. I'm going to do Course in Miracles this year. Okay, check it off. You did it today. I'm going to meditate every day. Okay, I did it. Check it off. Okay, I'm going to exercise. Check it off, right? And let's get this into this habit and this momentum of checking things off. Now, here's the thing we're going to talk about Wednesday. When you stop the consistency, and it will happen, okay? It's gonna, life takes over at some point, then we got to get back up. right? And we're going to try to beat our number again, just like being alcohol free. I'm getting into my 30 days. Like I'm cranking right now. I'm going to continue because I'm having fun with it, and I'm just focused in on it. I'm working too. So, one of my biggest downfalls, and this could be something you could do to motivate you, or not downfalls. I don't want to say downfalls, but one of my biggest issues has been writing. I have not been able to get my books out. I've got the dog books I'm so excited about. I've got some books on darkness, some books I just got so much that I got to write. And I haven't been writing. And, I got that Google Pix book about a year and a half ago to use for writing. And it motivated me a little bit, but it just didn't feel good. So I ended up buying a free write. If you watch the YouTube videos up on Discord or you see the YouTube videos, the free write is a distraction-free device. And I actually spent some money on it. I got the $1,000 one instead of the $500 one. And basically, all it is a typewriter. But it's old mechanical keys with a little ink display. And why did I spend the money on it? Because I need to get my butt working. I need to get writing, right? And so when I look at that thing and I look at the Hemingway, free write, it's like, man, I spent a lot of money on this. I need to get to work, right? And so sometimes you need to buy a new pair of shoes. Sometimes you need to go get a new gym outfit. Sometimes you need to get a yoga mat. One of the things I'm doing now, it's funny, I'm using the Apple Health, and I'm doing some yoga at night. I'm working out in the morning in the gym, in the afternoon, depending on what I got going on during the day. And then at night, I'm doing some yoga, hitting the sauna, doing a little yoga. It's great. My mind is getting into a place like I've never been before. Oh, and by the way, we're getting relaxed chairs for the retreat center, big massage chairs, 2 of them that sit in front of the 86-inch TV by the Lincoln table. Really rocking here. I mean, it's really going to be cool. But again, working. This is when you should be checking the boxes. So for me, it's writing every day. Not part of the overall plan, right? It had to become part of the plan this year that I need to get some books out. Okay, got to get some videos out. Also, I decided on my technology and my planner right now. I am using a Remarkable 2. I decided that's what I'm going to use for right now, and it's working great. And I'm using the Evernote for my notes, as I mentioned before. And then I'm using the Kindle Scribe for reading. So I'm really dialing in my systems. I know what I'm using. I'm dedicated to those systems, and I'm going to stick with them. Okay, does that mean something might replace them? Maybe. Maybe something along the way, but I'm using specific tools for specific actions. If you look, the funny thing about the free write, it's a funny thing because it's such a small company. They got like 5 people working for them, kind of like the Remarkable 2. Real small niche-oriented companies. And a lot of people are like, why would you pay something for $1,000? It's just not worth it. And the truth is, it is to me. Like, here's what's funny about like risk reward, right? So I spent $1,000 on a machine that's probably worth, I don't know, that's what it's worth, right? That's what they sell them for. They sell out. And I got the special editions, $300 more than the regular one. They got a travel edition. If I like this one so much, I may get the travel one. But here's the deal. The risk is that I don't finish the book, and the reward is finishing the book and being compensated heavily for it. These are tools that you use. And I look on Facebook at their advertising, and people are like, well, that's just a word processor. Why would anybody buy that? And it just shows me the mentality of a lot of people, and this is what I talk about Wednesday. They just don't get it. They don't get it. Like, they just like, I would never spend $1,000 on that. Well, it's not about you. Right? And that's what people don't get. It's about the specific tools that are going to lead you to the lifestyle. And that's the risk reward. And so people aren't willing to take risk. But if I went to their house, right, and I looked in their fridge, and this is an old school thing, they probably got tons of booze. They got plenty of cable TV. They're spending their money on all kinds of stuff. Heck, you go to dinner now, it's $100, right? $200 if you take your family. It's like, wait a minute, what are you investing in? What are you taking your risk in? Comfort. Most people just want to be comfortable, right? They're not willing to take any risk. They're not willing to step out and try new tools. They're not willing to build a system for their life. I'm preaching to the choir right now because you get it. But most people don't. And that's why it's so easy to be successful in this world today, is because all you got to do is be a little sharper, a little faster, a little quicker, and think a little more and build systems, and it works. And start working on it every day. And every day you're going to get a little better. Doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. But if you just keep working and you come to morning coach and you listen, you start integrating systems and you start taking it on, you're going to be an expert in your field. And what do people pay? People pay for experts. That's what they pay, right? So the more that we get on this, the better we're going to be. And so when I say fail fast, going back to the beginning of the Coach Cast, it's about getting stuff going. It's about doing stuff. The more stuff we do, the faster we fail. The faster we fail, the quicker we learn. It's just like any of the content creation stuff that's out there. You go out there and you suck at it. You're going to. Nobody's good at this stuff at the beginning. Nobody. Okay? And even if you could pay somebody to do it, like content creation, I'm talking like audio, video, all that stuff, right? Even if you could pay somebody to teach you to do it, you still got to learn it. You still got to become a personality. You got to be able to do it. You got to build that, right? It's a skill that comes with time. And so you got to go fail. You just got to get out there. And that's the fear that a lot of people have. And you got to be able to take risk and get out there and challenge things and do new things and focus in on what you want to do. I'm a little frustrated right now because I'm not going to CES this year, but I've got so much going on here. It's so exciting that it's like, okay, I'll go next year. It's not the big of the deal. It's not part of my biggest plan. And like I said before, I think the important thing to understand in this planning is being able to say no. Being able to isolate your focus to what's really important. As I'm getting technology, doing videos. Shooting videos is more important than going to CES, right? Writing books is more important. Getting my stuff done is more important. Yes, it could be a part of it, but then I would be scattered, and we can't be scattered. So what are you taking your risks on? And have you prioritized which risks are more important than the others? And that's what's so critical. And that's why I decided to go back to The Magic of Thinking Big, a book that literally changed my life years ago. We're going to go through that and win the day I love with John, and we're going to kind of get the year started with some great energy and thinking differently. Because that's what I want you to do. I want you to think differently. I don't want you to be one of those people that's just commenting on Facebook. Why would anybody spend $1,000 on something that's a word processor? Well, because it works. It's a tool that's specific for writing and for writing only. Some people like specific tools. Some people don't. Some people like combined things. Like in the e-ink world, for example, the Remarkable, which is what I use for notes, and I have the paper. The paper's sitting in front of me. As you know, I use it for my note-taking here. Those are single, really used devices. Note-taking. When people look at that, why would you ever spend money on that? Well, why wouldn't I? It works for me. It's like the way you think. It's what I use. It's not, why are you worried about me anyways, right? Why don't you go focus on yourself instead of worrying about what somebody's marketing and build your business, build your life, build your lifestyle, right? So that's the thing is what I'm saying. It's about the risks that you take and where you're putting your attention. So many people are putting their attention in the wrong places instead of focusing on what they can do. It's like a good friend of mine, my YouTube coach years ago, when I first started YouTube, he said, before you watch YouTube videos, you need to create a video. So before you go and you consume something, you need to create. And that's the old idea of creating versus consuming. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying we have to change the way we think. And that's what's so important. Again, we're going to reiterate this Wednesday when we talk about why New Year's resolutions don't work. But you need to be rewarding the activity and the action and checking those boxes. You need to have a plan, and you need to be executing and failing. You need to be failing constantly and looking at why you're failing. You need to understand why you're succeeding and being able to take that data and work backwards. And that's why OKRs or our KPIs, OKR, key results or key performance indexes, are going to allow us to understand, are we making progress or are we not in the plan? And then what's great about all of this is metaphysically things just start working for you. You don't even know what's working behind the scenes. As I mentioned, Jurgen, who we love, who's rocking the Course in Miracles, in the Course in Miracles, if you knew who walked beside you, you would never be afraid. If you knew the machine that was working behind you, if you just get out of your own way, just start checking boxes instead of getting caught up in the drama and all the noise that's out in the world, the minutia that's going on, that's just taking you away from your dreams and keeping you from living your best life, shut it all off and start focusing on you and being the best you that you possibly can. And find the tools and things that are going to work and help you. And invest in those tools and start taking it to the next level. That is the risk. To me, it's no risk at all. Like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Then it never happened. The reward is what's so awesome. Like, for example, we use $1,000 free write. The risk is I spent $1,000. So what? I mean, it's $1,000. Go make more money. But the reward is tremendous. Again, the risk is what? It didn't work. I burned $1,000. But the reward, if it is the tool that I need and I fall in love with it, and I'm publishing books again like crazy because it's getting me away from my ADD and I'm able to focus in. I've never been diagnosed with ADD, just FYI. But I'm sure that I'm not a label person, but I'm sure if they did, they would say, JB's definitely that person with my energy. But the point is that I am isolating the things that I need in order to live my best life. I'm not listening to noise. I'm not listening to what other people are doing. I'm taking risks. I'm not going to CES this year. I'm investing in different equipment. I'm trying some new systems that I'm implementing in. And like I always say, Sir says, try it for a year. Giving some things a shot to see if I can use other tools that are going to make me more productive, that is going to let me live my best life. And that's what we need to focus on. It's time to get going. It's time to do, right? So it's time to get the things that you need in order for you to do. And if you fail, you fail. And that's okay. Failure just moves us closer to success. I mean, that's the key. I think I just fail more than anybody, and I'm willing to fail. I'm willing to try things and fail over and over again. And that's how I learn. And I learn fast. Heck, I learned HVAC the other day because the furnaces quit working. I had to get involved in those, and I got in there and I learned how to reset them. I learned how to clear the exhaust, just constantly learning. That's the beautiful thing about living the morning coach life, living the ILD life. It's who we become. It's not what we bring into our life. It's who we become, which allows so much to come into our life. And the most important thing is to have massive peace. So let's check the boxes. If you're going to meditate every day, meditate. If you're going to work out, you're going to work out. If you're going to write your book, you're going to write your book. Let's get the list together. You've been working on it, and let's start executing. That's what it's about. Okay? So I love you. Get out there. Have a great day. We're starting a new book study tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun going back to old school, The Magic of Thinking Big, one of the books that changed my life. Can't wait to share it with you. And let's go out there and make big things happen. Lots of love. Do it to it. And I'll be back tomorrow right here on morningcoach.com. Hey, you made it to the end. That's awesome. You might be hearing about tomorrow on morningcoach.com. That means you got to join our coaching program. Listen, 2 programs, Ignite and Freedom. They're both awesome. If you're getting organized, just join Ignite. If you're in business, join Freedom. Just for, literally less than the price of a good meal a month. You can get amazing coaching every single day. Our award-winning belt program, Sacred 6 Ideas, ILD ideas. There's just so much. I can't even tell you. People from around the world are really rocking this thing. And we'd love to have you be a part of it. But in order to be a part of it, you got to go join morningcoach.com. Find out all the details. Just go over to morningcoach.com, click that Join Now button, and get started immediately. That's right. You can get started immediately. We have 4,833 coaching shows. Let me repeat that. 4,833. Yes, we've been doing this a while. Why? Because we're great. We're good at it. So can't wait to see you over at morningcoach.com. Click that Join Now button and get started today.